Okay, wow, the light is really pretty here in Vermont, and we're getting to the mountains now. And this is like, I don't know, part 4 maybe of the drive to Vermont on Tuesday, April 21st, 2026. Just want to take care of some business here. Please subscribe to the channel. Go into my subscribe to the channel and go to my bio and hit my links and check out, get the free 6-figure blueprint if you can also. That'll help you start to learn about digital products, digital marketing, and you too can learn the skills to get started in digital marketing. And 2 hours a day, if you got a phone, Wi-Fi, 2 hours a day, coachable attitude, that's all you need to get started. And the light here is incredible. And we're gonna, in about 8 miles, we're gonna get on, we're 91 north that I'm on right now, runs the 91 highway, Interstate 91 in the US, runs from New Haven, Connecticut, right at the coast, New Haven Harbor, meets 95 there. 95 runs all the way from Key West all the way to Maine. And then in New Haven, Connecticut, 91 goes from New Haven all the way to Canada. And so 91 bisects, follows the Connecticut River, and goes all the way up right through Connecticut, past Hartford. Hartford's on the Connecticut River, where Colt made all of his firearms. The 6-shooter, that Peacemaker that won the West and everything, Colt and Remington and Winchester and Mossberg and Henry and I think Springfield I said already, and Ruger, and all these famous gun manufacturers all started in Connecticut and New England because most of them worked for Colt. Most of them worked for Samuel Colt. I don't know about John Browning. I'm not sure if his... I'd have to look that up about John Browning. He was the greatest overall American gun designer who did a lot of incredible weapons. But anyway, I'll talk about John Browning some other day. So here we are at Scutney and Windsor. You can exit here and go over to New Hampshire, because we're right on the border of Connecticut River. New Hampshire's right to the right there. It's right, literally just maybe not even a half mile, and you're in New Hampshire. And this is mile marker 51.4. We get about maybe 9 miles to go to get to White River Junction. And right there, that's the border of where, if you keep going north, you're going to go into what's called the Northeast Kingdom of Vermont. The Northeast Kingdom, which I thought was just, I don't know, my brother, who moved to Vermont in the 90s, was a real full-on Buddhist, and I thought it was something that he was making up from Tibetan Buddhism, but it's really called the Northeast Kingdom. And but north of White River Junction, that's considered the Northeast Kingdom. But right there, I will be getting on. So you have St. Johnsbury up there, and then you have Newport on 91, and a lot of cool towns, and you have Lake Willoughby, and you have really cool hiking and camping. You have Burke Mountain, and you have Jay Peak up there for skiing. For the skiers that are on here, hey, we just had a great ski season in Vermont, and the Northeast in general is fantastic. Great snow. We have another one next year. I had one skiing for 2 full weeks. I was so lucky at Smuggler's Notch, where I go in Jeffersonville, right on the other side of Stowe, Mount Mansfield there. It's called Madonna. There's a famous zero gravity beer now called Madonna. It's their double IPA. Highly recommend it. Zero Gravity is a great beer. I love Long Trail, though, also in Vermont. I also love Switchback. I also love, I love them all. I love Fiddlehead. Anyway, so just about to, my brother's favorite was Long Trail. My brother Mike, who moved up here in the 90s. He passed away, unfortunately. He died in 2015. It's hard to believe. It was so long ago now. But Mike, who moved up here, who was my inspiration for coming to Vermont and spending a lot of time in Vermont. My brother Mike, who lived here in the 90s, and then he moved here in the 90s, and he was he was a Buddhist, and Buddhism was his most important thing that he did, and he helped build this incredible Buddhist community. I think it's in Burke, Vermont. I think that's where it is. Carmacholing, and he lived in St. Johnsbury until 2015 when he passed away. And he was only 64 years old when he passed away. He had a very, very rare cancer. But they think he went to college in New Mexico, And we used to go camping out in the mesas and live there, and we'd go out in the desert and ride Harleys and Indians out in like 1970, 71, 72, out to the mesas out there and camp. And the theory is he was exposed to some kind of radiation from the test sites. But look at that sky, look at the mountains here, beautiful green mountains. So here's another bridge they just rebuilt, thanks to President Biden and the infrastructure bill that Biden passed. No one else could get it done. Trump couldn't get it done. It was Biden knowing how to work the Senate and how to get it passed. He really was a great diplomat, a great statesman. But thank you, President Biden, and thank you for 4 years of relative peace and harmony in the country. Thank you, and a return to normalcy and the rule of law. Thank you, President Biden. I'm so sad that you could not run for re-election. Anyway, you said you were going to be a one-term president, and you should have stuck to that, I think. And you should never have appointed Merrick Garland. He was a disaster as an attorney general. That was just a disastrous pick for attorney general. But other than that, President Biden, you did a great job. Thank you so much. Anyway, I love the light here right now. I'm going to be getting on 89, so the light's going to be even getting better. And only about 5 miles we're going to be getting on 89. So I just wanted to take you through that transition from 91 north onto 89 west. Again, 89 is coming in from New Hampshire, and like a northwesterly angle over to the Burlington, Vermont area. So we'll pass, towns like Berlin on 89, and then we'll pass like Montpelier and Stowe. And normally if I was no skiing, I would exit right there, then drive around the mountain range, around to Jeffersonville, so through Marsville and through, Stowe, Marsville, Johnson, around like that, to Jeffersonville, under 15 in Johnson, and then Jeffersonville, and then all the way around in the wintertime. So I guess, is the Notch Road open now? Because I think the Notch Road may be open now, which would be amazing. I'd love to go through there. That'd be so cool to take you through the Notch Road, but I don't know if it's open now. If it is open, I will, on this trip, I will take you through the Notch Road, because it's closed from November 1st, I think, till April 1st or sometime in April, it opens. I don't know when. It may be open by now, because it's almost the end of April. It's probably open by now, but we'll find out. The Notch Road over. So when you get to Stowe, the blinking light going into Stowe, if you go to Main Street, you make a left onto the mountain road, and then that road will take you out and through the actual geographic feature of Smuggler's Notch, which is a mountain pass, and literally only one car at a time can go through there. And they have big signs about tractor trailers not up there, because a lot of times with the nav systems, for some reason the tractor trailer trucks think they can go up there, and they can't. So someone's pulled off here. Really bad idea, as it's getting dark, to be pulled off the road there without any lights, any flares, totally darken the curve like that. That is a very bad idea. So someone had an older car and like a weird open trailer. I don't know what was going on there. But here's exit 9, Heartland, Windsor. Anyway, and look at the light. Calvin Coolidge Historic Site for the historians. Calvin Coolidge Historic Site. And we're at mile marker 59.6, so we're getting pretty close to White River Junction. We got to be, within a few miles. I would say 3 or 4 miles. Waited for the straightaway, but I couldn't wait to pass. So that's mile marker 60.4. So I'm going to find out exactly where River Junction is, what mile marker. I just always thought of it as being 60 miles, but it's clearly a little further than that. Just a little bit further on. So it'll be a mile marker right up here. And I don't know what it's going to say. Let's see what it says. White River Junction. It's going to tell us. 10 more miles, really? Okay, St. Johnsbury 69. I don't know why I thought. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go for now. So please subscribe to the channel and hit my links. There's a free masterclass in there. You can sign up for that even. That's great. Masterclass. If you've been thinking about getting into digital marketing and you haven't, pull the trigger, that's great. And if you're sure you want the 6-figure blueprint, that's free. Just go to damonsdailypay.com, damonsdailypay, D-A-M-O-N-S, dailypay.com. Drop your email in there and submit. Get the free 6-figure blueprint digital guide PDF, and then you'll get it in an email from me, and you can reply back to me and say, hey, I got some questions, or just reply back to that email you get from me. It says, here's the blueprint. Or we can set up a phone call if you got questions. You can come on my live. If you subscribe to the channel, you get notified when I go live. I'm going to be going live starting tomorrow, Wednesday, Earth Day, April 22nd. I'll be starting to go live at 12:30 every day. So please tune in. I'll be going live on Earth Day from Vermont, so I think that's kind of appropriate. I'm going to go back on when I'm in St. Johnsbury, right on White River Junction, getting in on 89 soon. I'm going to come back on and show you guys how the light is from there, because it's going to be really pretty. Okay, bye.